Well, I don't know, sir. I don't work for the government. I work for Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah. Calling scammers late into the night, wasting their time until morning light. Calling their numbers, exposing these fakes. Going to work and I'm barely awake. Baiting them for months at a time. Trick them into believing my lies. Making them happy, then make them so sad. Driving them crazy and driving them mad. Bank accounts and money mules, getting them reported. Stopping our older folks from being extorted. Cash in a box, get tracking number on.
I'm a man of my word, and my word is my bond.
On a bare knuckles, that's what I do. Scammers go broke whenever I'm through. Leaving scammers with a bad impression.
Be honest, Mr. Knuckles, I'm wondering if you're taking this for a joke.
They call and leave a message. You have won yourself a prize. Congratulations, sir, ma'am. Now listen to my lies. I wouldn't pull you leg. Just don't tell your friends or wife. Mercedes or a Benz, 10 grand a week for life. Bank accounts and money mules, getting them reported. Stopping our older folks from being extorted. Cash in a box, get tracking number on.
I'm a man of my word, and my word is my bond. You're bare knuckles.
That's what I do. Scammers go broke whenever I'm through. Leaving scammers with a bad impression. Sending their brains into a deep depression. They keep calling and I keep replying. We keep laughing and they keep crying. They get the full wrath of story time with Knuckles. Weight of my hate makes their little knees buckle. The Reader's Digest, a Mega Million Scams. PCH, that's where I am.
You're bare knuckles.
That's what I do. Scammers go broke whenever I'm through. Leaving scammers with a bad impression. Sending their brains into a deep depression. Send the green dot money cards, all 16 digits. It's not that hard. Vanilla Visa or MoneyGram. Believe me, bro, it's not a scam.
You're really an impressive man, and I'm so in love with you, baby. You're so strong, you're so nice, you're so ambitious, you're so, strong. I can't wait to just live the rest of my life with you, baby.
Well, they keep calling and I keep replying. We keep laughing and they keep crying. They get the full wrath of story time with Knuckles. Weight of my head.
Now you got me, buddy.
Yeah, Mikey.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You have something to write down? Something to write information down on?
Yeah, I got something.
The line's breaking up, buddy.
Yeah, I got something. Did you say this is a lady that I talked to before?
I don't believe so. Unless, have you ever?
Oh, I thought you said she was from Texas.
Yeah, she is from Texas, Houston, Texas.
Oh, so she gonna come pick it up, or do I need, if I can get her the money tomorrow, I have to send it to her.
Either way, are you in Dallas, Texas, or Houston, Texas?
No, I'm a few hours from Houston. I'm not. It would be a drive.
Okay. They probably have to mail it then. Her name is Laura. It's Laura.
Right. Laura. Laura. Laura.
Right.
Yeah, Laura. Gotcha.
The address is right
Alright.
Huntington.
Huntington Beach?
All right, do you want me to spell that for you? Right,
Yeah, I got it spelt right, I think. And it's like East States, right?
right. Estates Drive.
Estates Drive? Oh, okay.
Right.
Laura doesn't sound like a full name. It's just, I don't know anyone
It is
named for a last name. She Mexican?
Mexican. No, she looks white with pink. Is it like pink or purple hair? I can send a picture for. I think she's a
Pink and
lesbian.
pink and purple haired lesbian. Who are you hanging out with, Unc? Did your wife say you could only hang out with lesbians so you don't cheat on her?
I don't think lesbians are even lesbians because they use dildos. So I think they still have a
Lesbian? You said lesbians aren't lesbians?
right. Because if they're using dildos, then are they really lesbians or do they just don't like? I don't know.
They just don't like men?
I guess.
That doesn't. I thought lesbians were slept with women. So
Yeah, right.
so if she uses a strap on, then she's not actually a lesbian. She just doesn't like a real man attached to a penis.
Right, I guess that's a good way to put it.
Oh wow, you're confusing me now. That's probably more information that I need to know about this lady. But her name is Laura. She don't have a last name.
That is her last name.
Oh, okay. Well, I just never heard anyone with a last name as like a first name. Must be a lesbian thing. So, Sarah, do I
Just
need a zip code or
right, apartment or APT for short, whichever works.
our apartment?
Uh, right, Houston, Texas,
Oh, she lives over in Houston, Texas.
and the zip code. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
It's 77099.
770 what?
99.
9977099. Gotcha.
Right.
And you'll be able to. How are you gonna pick us up? Are you coming through Texas?
Right. That's the plan. And then I'm gonna. Alaska seems like a.
Well, don't do it. Don't go through until you hear back from me. 'Cause I don't know if I can get it tomorrow or it'll be a day or two. So you don't want you to hang out at the lesbian's house for that long, or they won't need the dildos. They'll take advantage of you.
Candy laughs. Candy laughs often around you, doesn't she?
She laughs around me.
Right, like often.
Yeah, yeah, she does. She thinks I'm stupid sometimes.
Nah, you're really funny,
No,
Mikey.
I crack her up because she's always coming up with some crazy thing, and then she thinks that I make it even crazier.
Sounds about right.
But I hadn't heard about the dildos. I mean, Dad said one time that he wouldn't ever buy Mom any sex toys because he didn't want her to replace him.
That seems to be
So there must be some truth to that.
exactly.
How are you gonna compete with a? How are you gonna compete with that?
Especially the ones that vibrate. Nah, I keep my wife far from all those things.
You keep your wife away from the vibrators.
I gotta.
I talked to a lady a while back that used something she called a rose, and she
I
sent
heard
me
it
a
before.
picture of it. It looked like a flower that had a tongue sticking out of it.
Yeah, I see it.
And that's the disgusting thing I ever saw. I ever passed a rose that had a human tongue hanging out of it. The last thing I would think is sticking it in, up to my hole. I'm like,
I don't
it
think
don't,
that's. I think it's like a. Probably they use it on their clitoris or something. I'm not sure if they actually put it inside because that's a. I mean, that's a.
oh, okay. Right. Well,
They even replaced us from eating pumpers. They have a toy for everything now.
they, really?
That's what it's for.
Well, lesbians can do that, I'm sure, without buying toys
Yeah,
for it.
I guess.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's I was just wondering. I wanted to have everything ready if he can send it to me sooner than later. I can try to get it over to her. You want me to tell you when I mail it so you know when to head to Texas or whatever?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright. Well, I'm tired. It's been a long weekend. I'm gonna probably go to bed, but I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Good night.
Alright. Talk to you later, buddy. I hung up on him. I didn't know if he was able to write any of that down, but I've got it wrote down if you want me to send it over to you. You still on with me? Captain? Ship ahoy!
I'm coming. I'm
Oh.
coming. I forgot I was muted. I was over there looking at the address and I'm talking away to you, and then all of a sudden you're like, Captain. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Hello.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, I was asking if you have like a POS system.
Well, I don't really do a lot of retail, so I haven't had a reason to have that. We don't sell to the public.
Okay, because there's a there's an agency that the government has given me a special order to oversee, and there's about $500 million going into the organization, but I'm pretty much limited as it's stored on a credit card. So what I would do, if you have any connections, if you don't have it yourself, I would just provide you with the credit card information because the max, I guess, is dependent on the system itself, but we can do it to $20,000 to $50,000 every 24 hours.
Right. Um, hello.
Yeah, we got disconnected.
Yeah, your phone dropped off for some reason, or mine did. Um, well, I don't
But
know what did they not set you up with all that already?
it I'm not sure if you've been keeping up to date with what's been happening with the government, but it's part of a retaliation agency. So not many people know about it.
Oh, this is part of Doge or something?
It's a bit bigger than Doge. Just a lot of changes in the policy that doesn't really flood the economy up. Long story short, so and people are going to be protesting. People are going to be doing, they're not going to be doing actual things that are going to change the way how the government actually looks after the people. So it's the whole reason why we need to make sure that we have like a military operation laid out. So with a POS system, we could basically have the entire $500 million pulled out. And of course, there's a percentage of it for you or anyone who has that system in place.
Right. Well, I guess I could maybe ask around, but I don't know what would be the process of getting this. You're saying I need to have your account number and then I send you the money, or
I would just provide whoever has a system with the credit card information, the card number, CVV, and expiration date.
all right? Well, if I pull out 50,000 out of this account that your government has given you, isn't that going to make it look like I made $50,000?
Make you look like you made something. That could be that. That's why it needs to be made on a POS system, because it can show us as if I'm purchasing something from you. So if it's
Well, if you purchase something from me, that looks like that I made that amount of money is what I'm getting at.
right.
I mean, I have to pay a hell of a lot of taxes on $50,000 or 100,000 or what'd you say, $500,000 or
$500 million.
well, $500 million. Well, either way, that's a lot. I mean, is that why you're saying keep some of it for taxes, or what are you trying to?
For taxes and some of it for taxes. Well, the entirety of it for taxes, and also an additional, bonus for just having to help in the first place.
Yeah. Well, what's the numbers you're talking about, percentage wise? I mean, it's just are you actually got the authority to tell me to be able to keep some of this money if it's a government agency?
I do. Like I said, I'm actually overseeing that special department, because it's going to be it's a long project. I say that much. It's not going to be in effect until maybe 2 to 3 years, because it has a lot to do with planning and surveillance and collecting intel and the internal corruption. So it's not anytime soon, but we'd like to have the money in hand.
Well, what would be my full involvement in this thing?
Your involvement wouldn't be known to the public, because, like I said, as far as the public would know, or anyone would know for that matter, is we're just making purchases.
No, I don't mean what would the public know. I'm saying what would be my involvement in general.
Well, if you do have the machines, then we could just have the money withdrawn from there.
Well, wouldn't I be? That would probably be criminal for me to make it look like you purchased a large amount of merchandise from me, and then no way to really prove it. I'd have to cook the books. You know what I'm saying?
No way to prove that you sold very expensive horses.
Right. I mean, horses. All my horses are registered there. I can't just sell a horse and just say it was. You're not going to give that much money for a horse that's not in the system. And I've got it sounds like I would have a hard time. I don't want to do something criminal. I would. I'm trying to stay married. If Lucille finds out I'm cooking the books, I'll be cooked.
All right, so I was just making a suggestion as for the horses, but if there's anything else that you could possibly say that was purchasing, it's all the same. Because really and truly, if there's money coming into the company and it's coming to under a business account, it doesn't need to specific.
And all this money is coming from one account.
It wouldn't necessarily come from one account, because we would basically be putting it in multiple accounts, so it doesn't look suspicious if multiple people or customers purchasing from your company.
And what is this agency that you're in charge of?
That information I'm gonna have to keep confidential for the time being.
Well, what would we call it? It's just between the two of us.
Uh, I'd say retaliation task force.
Retaliation Task Force. I think we ought to call it Cook the Books. It sounds like.
What's your definition of cook the books?
Well,
Not
my
sure I've heard of-
definition of cook the books is to sell somebody something and not actually sell it to them, but go ahead and take the money for it. Most people aren't really good with that process. The only people I ever knew that done that sort of operation were some guys, some narco guys out of Mexico that used to do stuff like that back in my younger days. But I don't do that sort of thing anymore. I mean, I told you before, I'm too good looking to be in prison. Plus, I'm getting too old. I might die in there.
No, Donnie, I guarantee you with absolute certainty that's not going to be anything close to the actual situation because,
So none of
like
this
I
is
said,
illegal. Is that what you're saying?
none of it is illegal. It's actually being funded by the treasurer. So, not
Treasurer or
really.
what? Talking about the guy working for Trump and the federal government treasurer?
Right.
Who is his name? Is that Besant or I can't remember now. I saw him on the news the other day. I think they might have just changed treasurers. But anyways, so it's all legal. You're just wanting to make it look like I made a purchase and it has to be point of sale
Right.
to be specific.
Right. Because with the point of sale, it allows us to do like a larger transaction.
All right. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have as much experience with point of sale as we don't use that for the wholesale business. But what is the largest transaction you can withdraw?
The last I was informed, they say it could be 100,000 every 24 hours, but it also depends on the bank that is attached to. If it's linked to a business account, if it's normally handling that large of a transaction, then yeah, it depends.
This is where all that money in USAID is going, and it just y'all funneling this money out somehow behind the scenes. Is that what's going on?
As far as I can tell you, there is a lot of contracts that are being canceled and departments that are being canceled due to, well, I'm not sure what Elon Musk is planning, but what I do know with all my heart, and a lot of people also know this, is that it's nothing good. If he's firing the entire agency that's supposed to overlook the weather and replacing it with contracts with his workers, he's finding
Who's
something.
doing that?
Elon Musk.
Oh, you're
He's basically
saying
working for Trump.
Doge is canceling agencies, and then he's hiring his own people to do everything.
Precisely.
So this is retaliation to Doge's trying to make the government more efficient.
It's not efficient if you centralizing power is never ever been in society's best interest.
Well, I don't
If
know
he
about
has,
that.
if he,
Sounds like
if
a
he,
lot of waste going on, and
Donnie, if think about it, if he has all the power for the government, no one else can make any decisions. It's not going to be a vote to say this is the right course to go forward in the future. It's just solely his decision. It's
right.
more like a dictatorship than an actual government.
But that's
Or
not
democracy.
how it works. So you realize that everyone has their thumb on the scale over there. You can't get away with hell. You can't even deport a gang member without pissing people off. So how do you think he's doing all this stuff without anyone noticing?
Because he's bypassing court orders. When if you're actually keeping up, there was an actual debate about this, but I don't think it got far. But they were actually signing something to ensure that it passes, or it's a direct order from the government, not going to any court, not passing through any judges, just a single order, and that's basically it. And
Right.
even if people do get riled up about it, there's nothing that people can actually do. If they protest, if they make any noise, it doesn't change anything. Which is why we need to ensure that if the government decides to become some sort of dictatorship, the people can retaliate.
So y'all are starting a little revolution against the current administration, basically.
I'd say if it's more like just in case these people take it too far. It's better to be safe than sorry. There's a saying that says it's better to be a soldier in a place where you can be a farmer than to be a farmer in a war. And
Well, who's pulling your strings?
who's pulling my strings?
Yeah, you're somebody's
Mm,
puppet.
I would suppose everyone is someone's puppet, but mm, no.
Sounds to me like you're not with the administration on this thing. It sounds like you're working for someone who's trying to undermine them. I don't know if I'm on board with that. Be honest, I'd like to see America get back to being able to have, factories and people keeping jobs and all this nonsense that's been going on for a while.
What job would the people keep if Elon Musk and AI, along with robotics, is constantly unemploying people as we speak? Majority of the fields have been taken over by machines.
They
When it comes on,
just added 170,000 jobs just last month. I mean, those jobs went somewhere.
they're still open because those jobs aren't paying. When you actually look into the details of these things, you
People
can't
are
just figure
working
that
for
jobs.
nothing.
That's always been the case, Johnny.
I don't know.
When was the last time? When was the last time you checked the price of housing?
The price of housing, it's housing always goes up. That's why real estate's such a good investment. It never goes
Right.
down,
So,
really.
so what percent of the country do you think can actually afford housing at this time?
I have no idea the percentages, but sounds like I think the people you're working for would like to see people not even own a house.
No, that's the entire
I'm
point.
a capitalist. I'm not a communist. I'm not into this. Give everybody the same thing, pretend like everyone's equal, and some people are just
No,
lazy as hell and won't get out their ass and work.
that's not what this is about.
That's what it sounds like. If you're against the current administration, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not. In support of whoever's in charge.
Johnny, the more you actually look into this, the more you will see that I'm actually concerned. It should be, if there's only 5% of people who can actually own homes in America.
You own
So
a home.
I do own a home, but
You
that's
own
because I
one. You
received
own one
special.
in another country too, don't you?
But that's because I have special benefits.
Right. Well, you're in the
Not
one.
many.
You're in the top one. You're in the top 1%. You're probably in higher percentage than that. You're owning 2 homes in 2 different countries. So you think only 5 out of 100 people own a home, huh?
That is a statistics.
I don't believe that. I know
Johnny,
everybody I know owns a home right now. I mean, besides
don't take.
Norval, if you count his van, I guess you could say he's got a home too. But
We're talking about the generation of people going forward. They won't be able to afford a house. That's the whole point. This isn't about us. This is about the future. This is the whole point of making sure that we're prepared to do anything that is in the best interest of the future generation.
Right.
It's not a matter of
You think having 100,000 people working in agencies that don't do shit, you think that's going to help these people to buy a house?
100 people working in an
Well,
agency.
you got hundreds of thousands of people working in agencies that don't do shit for people. And all there are is redundant. You can't have 3 or 4 agencies that all claim to be doing the same exact thing, and none of them working together.
Which agency are you referring to?
Well, you got your Homeland Security, you got your Tabasco and firearms, you got your CIA, you got your, every agency now has their own little armed forces, including the IRS and the Postal Service. You think every one of them agencies should be exist? You think they all should be doing the same job in some form?
No.
Well, that's what this is about. When they're talking about doing away with shit that's not important, I believe that's where they're trying to. This country's gonna go to shit whenever they have to file bankruptcy because we're spending $6 trillion a year, and we're only taking in a 2 or 3. I mean, someone's gonna have to step up there. It ain't gonna be a popular idea, but it's got to be done. You got to cut the fat somewhere.
The thing is, how long do you think the American people are going to endure suffering until this economy somehow fixes itself?
I just saw an interview with about 50 people that were in the markets, and every one of them said that, with the exception of the guy doing the interview, said that the markets are doing great and they're willing to suffer a little bit to bring things back to America, that we can produce some things on our own.
The people who are saying that aren't affected by the prices in the country.
Yeah, these people are all retired people living off of their savings and off of their investments in the market. I'm not talking about your 1%ers. I'm talking about, I think there's Americans. I can do without some Chinese horse shit to make sure that we're not paying higher tariffs just to sell shit to the Chinese when they're selling their stuff over here for pennies. You're on the wrong team, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not with you on this whole you're gonna be a retaliatory force against Doge or whatever this is you got going on.
So you think the government is actually doing the right thing right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have any gripes at all about what's going on at the moment. What are you most against?
What I'm most against is the centralization of power.
When has that never existed?
When it has never existed?
Yeah, when was it different?
Okay, say for example, there's one person who owns all the farmland in America. If he, for example, decides to raise everything, what do you think is going to happen? If he decides to vaccinate everything, or he decides to implement some type of trial experiment on whatever he's producing, don't you think that's going to affect a lot more people than if you have individual farmers who produce for the masses?
You think that's going to happen without anyone having to approve it, huh?
It's not a matter of it being approved. Regardless of it being approved by people, you can't stop them because it's a centralized power. That is the point.
It's not, though. That's the thing. There's no one person that owns all the farmland in the United States. Elon Musk is not buying all the farmland in the United States.
I didn't say Elon Musk. I was referring to Bill Gates.
Right, I know who you're referencing, but Bill Gates has already tried that shit over in Africa, and it didn't go over well. It's not going to go over here either. it's gonna go a lot worse.
You think it's going to go a lot worse. What if I told you that it's not? Because uh, Bill Gates and Trump are actually on the same team. So if the government is supporting Bill Gates, why wouldn't it happen?
Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree. I think whenever you got kind of run in the circles that those people run in, everyone knows everybody.
There's a lot about these people that you don't know.
Well, there's a lot that you
And
don't know too, but you seem to
they are
think you know everything when I'm talking to you. Everything is like a fact with you.
when was okay? How about this? If you can take 2 hours to actually do any type of research about what these people actually do, because what they do is sugarcoat their actions while they're planning something in the background, and it's not for the benefit of the people. That is an absolute fact. It's not. It's not. It's not something that I
Well,
personally
it's not an
scientific
absolute
personally.
fact, and as far as I'm concerned, that's an opinion.
Well,
I don't think you're in a position to know absolute facts about any of these people. You can
you think that?
research. Yeah, I do think that. I don't think you know as much as you think you know, based off of what you're saying. You think I just sit around and grow weed all day and I haven't ever picked up a paper or combed the internet?
Who is responsible for the information that gets out?
On what platform?
On any major platform, Johnny, who do you think is responsible for information that an Epstein list that still hasn't been
It's
released,
called freedom
and
of
that
freedom of speech, son.
no,
On certain
I'm
platforms, you
saying
can say anything you want to say.
you know who Epstein is, right?
Yeah, I know who Epstein is.
So you've
One of Bill
seen that
Gates.
it's been
Bill
going.
Gates used to like spend time over at his apartment. I'm sure
Right,
you're
and
aware of that, right?
he's a worldwide known trafficker and everything bad that you can think of. There's other government officials that were on that list. Do you see any action being taken?
Well, the reason there's no action taken on that is that there's still people in power that are on that list.
So you don't see how that is a form of corruption.
I didn't say it wasn't corrupt. I think it's horrendous, but there's nothing you can do about that when probably half of Congress and who knows how many senators and
That's
other people
that's
are,
where it started.
are on that list, but that doesn't make everything. That doesn't mean everyone is corrupt and the entire system is corrupt.
No, definitely that's true, but we can't say we can't do anything about it because that's the whole point of this organization to do something about it.
Oh, you're going to do
And
something about it with this retaliatory force that you're talking about?
exactly.
Okay, well, what's your first objective?
First objective, like I said, is gathering intel and actual proof because most people aren't going to believe
Proof about what?
because
About Epstein?
about their connections with Epstein, obviously, but with also their is not just this. The Epstein thing is just what got released to the public. There's other horrific shit that these people have done that needs to be made be displayed to the public as well.
And
But we need to
what
make
do
sure
you
that
think?
we
What do you
actually.
think that's going to do for the country to reveal all that information?
What's going to happen to the country if we reveal all the information?
Right. What do you think you're going to solve by exposing these people that are on the Epstein list?
Well, it's
You
not
know
just that.
they've already exposed dozens of people, all the way from Bill Clinton all up to Prince Andrew. Who do you think's on that list that you're gonna expose that's gonna make a difference? a former
It's not.
president and a
It's not
prince.
right. It's not. It's not just a matter of exposing them, but it's actually a matter of doing something about it.
Like what?
Because,
What do you
like you
mean
said,
by do something about it?
imprisonment,
Well, they
and
can't
not
put
only imprisonment, but
they can't put those guys in prison. How are you going to put someone who's more powerful than those two people in prison?
you saying we can't. I'm not understanding. This is the mentality as to why no changes have been made so far. But I'm going to ask you a better question. Are you okay with these people around the country, pedophiles, war criminals, terrorists?
Like Bill Clinton?
Not just because, like I said, that's just what the public knows, including yourself. There's a lot more. There's a lot more shit that is happening in the government. But I'm asking you, even Bill Clinton, are you okay with those people in the government?
What? It's not my job to do something about that.
No, I'm asking
We're
you,
not in
are
a
you okay
position to.
are you okay
I
with
don't
it?
have any choice in the matter.
No, you're ignoring the question. Are you okay with it?
Am I okay with pedophiles? Is that what you're asking me?
Running the country, not just being okay with pedophiles, being okay with pedophiles, war criminals, and terrorists running the country.
We don't have any choice in that. That's part of the democracy and part of voting. When you vote someone into office, who do you think's running the country right now that's a pedophile and a war criminal?
Did you answer just now? You said we don't have any war criminals in the country. Is that what you just said?
I said, who do you think is running the country right now that's a war criminal and a pedophile?
Donald Trump? What? What do you mean?
You think
This
Donald
information
Trump?
was.
You
This
think Donald
information.
Trump is a pedophile?
Do you not believe that?
No, absolutely not.
But you believe that Bill Clinton is a pedophile?
Well, I've seen people. I've heard testimony from people that.
And so
Well,
has your perception for Donald Trump.
I'm basing Bill Clinton on his flight logs with the Lolita Express. Did Donald Trump fly that many times or on the Lolita Express, which had young girls on it?
It doesn't matter how many times, but he has been
I'm
there.
just asking if he. I'm just asking if he did.
Right, he did. Also, Barack Obama. Majority of the government, where major people, major names, they've been there.
So everyone that ever flew on Epstein's jet is a pedophile.
Not a pedophile, but they are indulging in whatever is taking place on that island.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm still in the camp that someone is innocent until proven guilty. So I'm not going to. I may say that Bill Clinton's pedophile, but that's an opinion, and that's allegedly because I don't know that for a fact. I know he's a creepy son of a bitch. So, and I don't get the same vibe off of Trump that I get off of Bill Clinton or people around Bill Clinton.
So you never experienced.
All right, I say Bill Clinton. I mean Donald Trump. I don't get that feeling about Donald Trump. The guy, you know, the guy who took his own personal plane and flew Mandela over here from Africa, right? Are you aware of that?
It's clear you have chosen a side.
Well,
and
you ever heard of Jennifer Hudson?
Remind me of the importance of Jennifer Hudson.
Well, important is that her entire family was murdered, and Donald Trump gave them a place to stay, but somehow he's a racist, and he gave a black woman and her family a place to live after their family was murdered. But you think that guy is a pedophile and a racist?
Well, I've never personally considered Donald Trump a racist, but you have to also understand that why are other people holding that opinion?
Well,
Do
you
think it's
consider him a war criminal, though, right?
because he is a war criminal?
Well, what did he do that's considered a war crime?
Are you not keeping up with the news?
I'm
Are you?
asking
Do you
you.
have any idea?
Can you not tell
Do
me?
you have? Well, there's a war that is happening in the Palestine. That entire thing is a war crime.
What is
They're
it?
bombing children.
They're bombing what?
They're,
Christians?
they're bombing children.
And Trump's dropping bombs on children and it hasn't gotten on the news, huh?
It is on the news. You need to check it. And I think this is why you're oblivious to what's actually happening in this country. It's on the news. ABC News. It's on every single news channel. I'm not sure why you haven't seen it.
Okay, I'll just look it up real quick. Trump bombed the children. And you're gonna hold him accountable for that, huh? This agency that can't really get funds out of its own accounts without help with a point of sale system.
There's other money being funneled in the organization. It's not just you.
So it's coming from all over the place, right?
That's correct.
So you're talking about the Houthis.
The Houthis is just one of them.
Right, you believe that. You believe what the Houthis reported, huh?
If you think
you do know some of these people put their headquarters in hospitals and orphanages and stuff for that exact reason.
Do you think our government have any sense of morality? Is that
There's nothing on the. Do you think they just scrubbed the entire internet of Trump dropping bombs on children? Or you said it was major networks that were covering this story?
This is taking place in Palestine. And I'm not sure what exactly you're looking at between Israel, who's been funded by the government, the U.S. government.
So you're saying everything that Israel did is that's Trump doing that, huh? You know that was going on under Biden's presidency, right?
Do you know the symbol, the eagle, that there's a left wing and there's a right wing, but it's still the same bird? You know that, right?
A bird with two wings, two left wings. Is that what you said?
A left wing and a right wing. Whether it's Democrat and whether it's a Republican, it's the same bird.
Then why weren't you starting this agency before he got in the presidency? That you didn't care about that other wing until now, huh?
I've always cared about that other wing. We just didn't have the funding until recently.
Okay, well, that's enough talk about politics anyways. I can see where you land on this, but exactly what you needing out of me to...
Just the POS machine. I'll provide information. The terminal will relocate the funds into a business account, and the taxes, whatever the tax, well, I guess it depends on the amount the machine can withdraw. But whatever the taxes is, that can be deducted from the percent along with, let's say, a 10% bonus.
And you have a business account you're wanting this money to go into?
That's correct.
So you're not needing me to put this into my account. You're needing me to dump this into your account of your that you come up with.
What the POS system terminal will put the money in the account that's linked to whatever business it's attached to.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You don't want me to set up the POS system to go into your account. You want it to go into mine, and then how would I get the money to you?
You can. I'm not. You said you can set it up to go into my account.
Well, I think you could set it up to go into any account if, as long as it's a business account, like you're talking about.
Fucking brilliant. How soon would you be able to do that?
Well, I'd have to look into it first to see what it take to get it set up. But I'm asking you, is this money going straight into your account, or is you wanting me to try to send this money to you somehow? Because I'm not putting no more fucking money out in the woods under a tree.
No, you can have my business account attached to it.
Well, I guess let me talk to someone tomorrow, and I'll see what can be set up, and if it can be set up to go directly into your account, that would be better than me trying to explain why I got $50,000 sent to me and lie about selling somebody a horse.
Well, it's more like 100,000 every 24 hours, but it's
100,000 or whatever. But I'm saying it's 100,000 is hard. That would add up real quick.
Right. But okay, I would greatly appreciate it, Johnny. Like, you have no idea.
Well, so, I don't think I'm appreciating that your plans are to somehow retaliate against my government.
Well, let's put it this way: if in 3 to 5 years you're still holding that same opinion, then we won't have anything to retaliate against, because if they're actually trying to do something good for the country.
Well, you're not basing what you're doing off of what I feel about things. So why would that change anything? I already think that they're doing a good job by eliminating waste in the government.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. If in 5 years you still hold that opinion, because you have to keep in mind they have a lot more policies in place. So if you still hold that same opinion in 3 to 5 years, then there's nothing to worry about. If you don't see people protesting all over the country in 3 to 5 years, then
people are already protesting all over the country. They're already burning down Tesla buildings and power stations. So, but that doesn't, to me, that I don't consider those people. I think most of them are crazy as hell, and they're probably being misled by media stories, somehow thinking that Elon's the next secret shadow president of the United States. Anyone who believes that bullshit is crazy is batshit crazy. Let's put it that way.
I see.
You think Elon's a shadow government for us?
What do you mean by shadow government?
You think he does whatever he wants to do?
If Elon Musk, who's never been elected, has the power and the ability to remove entire government agency and put in place his private contractors, does that not seem like someone who can do anything they please?
Well, that entire sentence, every bit of that was an absolute lie. So no, the guy does not. The guy does not have the power to remove agencies. You know, all he does is make suggestions to the current administration about what he thinks is waste and what shouldn't be, what should be removed and what can. But he himself cannot remove anyone. Can't fire a single person on his own.
He makes a suggestion, but his suggestions hold power over.
Well, of course they do. That's his job. That's why he was put in there. Yeah. Why would you put the guy in there and just ignore him when he says, "Hey, you got you've got 100,000 people drawing Social Security that are 130 years old. Some of them as old as 250 years old. You think they shouldn't get rid of that? Some of that shit?
That, I believe, should have gotten rid of. That is
Right.
true.
Well,
But you
it is
cannot.
being gotten rid of. That's what I'm saying. He's making suggestions based off of what his team is finds whenever they go into these agencies and start poking around, because that's their job. That's exactly what they were put there to do.
There's a bit of a contradiction between what you're saying, because you said he doesn't hold the single-handed power to make any changes.
He
in the
doesn't.
government.
He doesn't. He's not.
But-
He's not even part of
but-
the government. He's working
Exactly.
for them. He's working to
Exactly.
give them suggestions. He doesn't.
But
He
let me
doesn't
stop-
have
let me
that.
stop
He
you
doesn't
there.
have any executive power. He can't fire anybody.
But 1 second, because you need to understand that there's an invisible string being pulled. Because you just said, and I'm trying to slow this down so you can understand what you're saying. He doesn't have the single-handed power to make any changes in government, but his suggestion holds so much weight that it actually did change in the government. So you see the cognitive dissonance here, right?
No, I see things working out exactly as planned.
You said he doesn't have the power to make any changes.
He
in the government,
doesn't.
but he could.
His power lies in the fact that he's got the president's ear. But nothing gets done without the president approving it. That's what I'm getting at.
Who is being controlled and being told what to do by him.
You think Elon Musk is controlling Donald Trump?
This wouldn't be the first time a billionaire controls the government. If you check the history, if you check the actual history,
I didn't say it. I didn't say it would be the first time. I'm just saying I don't think you got a full grasp of the sort of person that Donald Trump is. You think that Elon is just telling him what he wants to tell him, and he's just jumping every time he says jump. I think you're completely misled on the kind of ego and the kind of power that Donald Trump has and enjoys having. Why in the world would he take orders from Elon Musk when he's the president of the United States?
Why would he?
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's a very smart individual, and that, well,
he is.
He is. Is that what you just said?
They're both. Yeah, both of them I would say are genius level.
That would explain why a reporter who didn't finish grad school made a suggestion about his rocket that had a major flaw in it. And he didn't come to that realization until the reporter actually said something. Is that the same smart person that you're talking about? He's dyslexic. Not many. I don't think many people know that he's actually dyslexic.
You think some reporter diagnosed Elon Musk's rocket?
Diagnosed? No, he made a suggestion, and the reporter was actually correct.
Well, Elon Musk isn't a rocket scientist. You're aware of that, right? You know he has hundreds of thousands of people working for
him. So what exactly do you think makes him smart, as you would say?
What makes Elon Musk smart? I think I would say what probably in the role he's playing right now and as government efficiency is to know where the dead weight is, just like it was a company just like when he bought Twitter and he realized, hey, it doesn't take 1,000 people to run this fucking company. 100 people can do it. He fires 900 of them the next day, and the thing runs more efficiently than it did it with 1,000. That's a kind of genius I'm talking about.
So
that's not book smart. That's probably business smart. But like I said, I can listen to him talk in interviews, and No, he's not. No, he's not your average person mentally.
Well,
What
as you said,
what would you say? Where would you
we
say you rank alongside of him in IQ?
an IQ
Yeah.
with an IQ test, it's really limited as to how it would judge someone.
Well, let's forget
how
about the
smart they are.
IQ test. Are you smart or smarter than Elon Musk?
I think that that requires a lot more explanation.
Nah, that tells me all I
because-
need to know just from the way you're answering this,
No.
that you think you're smarter than Elon Musk. So you probably
No,
consider yourself much smarter than Donald Trump as well, right?
No, you're getting ahead of yourself. What I'm saying simply is, when it comes on to being smart, there's a specific condition that has to be met in terms of what the actual subject is. There's no one person who knows everything about about everything. So
Well, of course
smartness,
not.
right? So when you're talking about how smart someone is, it has to be conditional.
But do you have to be smart to look at a computer screen and see that there's 100,000 people over the age of 130 years old drawing Social Security? You have to be genius level to know that every bit of that is fraud.
No, the government already knew about that. So that wasn't. So I wouldn't really say that that's his. He's this smart for noticing that, because the people who were overseeing that department already knew that.
Already knew that, but did nothing about it.
Right. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right. So
Like I said,
that's why I'm asking
corruption-
you. Do you have to
corruption-
be smart to see that, or is that something that should just be obvious to somebody?
It is obvious and has always been obvious.
Right. Well,
But
see, he doesn't have to
doesn't-
be a genius to decide. Hey, Donald, you can save about $10 billion right here in Social Security if you'll just cancel all these payments to these people that are 130 years old, because there's not 100,000 people that are somehow world record age. I mean, it'd be nice if that was the average age, but it doesn't matter if he's a genius or not. I think, and I don't think he's controlling our government, but you're the government guy. You can do what you want to do with what you know, but it doesn't sound to me like you. Sounds to me like you need to look into some stuff a little deeper.
Okay, who do you think knows your wife more? You or people who only heard her talk over the phone, or perhaps saw her once or twice?
You don't tell me you're married to Elon Musk.
Johnny, let's
Is that
keep it
what you're
serious.
saying?
No, but I suggest that you actually look into it with some seriousness.
Well, I
Because
think I don't think you have to ask me that. You already know that I know my wife more than someone who talked to her on the phone.
Right. So, don't you think people who actually associate themselves with these type of people would know more than what the media is portraying?
You're saying that you know these people?
When you're part of a certain body of organization, news travels fast, and there's people who have this news, and they don't have any power to do anything about it. Else, that's their job.
Oh, okay. So you've got all this inside information, and that's what you're basing your opinions on.
I wouldn't say my opinion. There's a ton of proof everywhere. But
Well,
like
I consider it opinion, and when you don't have any facts to back it up, reading an article by ABC is not in my opinion, is not factual.
I know. I was suggesting that that's where you can find the information about where they're messing up. That's just one example.
Well, I
I'm
wouldn't
not
go
saying
to ABC News if I wanted to find the truth about things. I'm sorry, but I'd take an independent a journalist over any mainstream media at this point in America history.
You know what you personally know what journalist is going to provide you with that information.
Yeah, I follow dozens of them.
I see.
You ever hear of Jimmy Dore?
Jimmy Dore? No. But
you ever heard of Tim Pool?
I've heard of Tim Pool, yeah. But don't you think that people can be bought out?
Yeah, people can be bought out, just like the Young Turks was bought out. Used to be an independent agency, and all of a sudden they get $30 million and completely change their reporting from that day onward. It happens, yeah. People do a lot of things for money.
So, don't you think the opinions of these reporters may be biased?
Well, I think there's people that can be bought out, and I think there's people that can't be bought out, okay? Can you be bought out? Have you been bought out?
that I guarantee you is impossible.
It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you're saying it's very possible.
No, because there's a thing when you get to a certain level, I would suppose, when there's a lot more things worth more than money.
And you're at that level where money's not a factor for you to do your job.
It's a tool.
It seems to me like from what you've told me in the past, that money sways you to do things that you have told me will keep you awake at night. So why would that be the case?
By the time I come to that realization, you have to realize that there's the past you, and then there's a present you who has grown from what you've learned and experienced.
Who am I talking to now? The present you?
I think that's subjective. So, yeah.
And the present you thinks that you should run this retaliatory agency that's somehow going to uncover Doge or Elon Musk and Donald Trump's participation in a ring of pedophiles and war criminals?
I think when the evidence is compelling enough, an organization should be able to defend itself, as opposed to all the power being diverted into a centralized organization, a centralized government. Because if this ever happens, no one will be able to do anything about it if we don't start making a move now. So it's not to say that we're going to gather this money and gather the resources and attack the government. It's what if this actually happens? Are we prepared or are we not prepared?
You're never going to be prepared for what you're proposing. Did Epstein kill himself?
No.
What happened in your opinion?
In my opinion, he was murdered. What do you mean, in my opinion?
Well, I'm asking you, in your opinion, what happened? It is your opinion because there's no facts to prove what you're saying.
There's no fact to prove he actually killed himself in that prison cell.
Exactly, but it's still your opinion that he was murdered.
I guess it's just opinionated then.
I mean, he could have hung himself from a 3-foot high bunk bed using a sheet, right?
He has information about people who are in power, people who he knows done a lot of crazy shit over the years. Don't you think it would be in their best interest for him not to be tortured and asked questions about those events?
Well, yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking you your opinion.
Well,
Who do you
that,
think had him murdered?
that information I don't know, nor do I want to know. He's another bad guy that's dead. That's the end of it.
Well, yeah, he's a bad guy that's dead, but he's also a bad guy that could have put possibly hundreds of other people behind bars
But you just
had he
said
stayed alive.
no one can do anything about it. So you're kind of being contradictory.
No, I'm not being contradictory. I'm not. I didn't. I'm not
I,
saying no one can do anything about it. I said I can't do anything about it. There's a
and
difference.
you are a single person, and this is an organization. That's that's the difference. And with this organization in place, I'm saying people are going to start being held accountable, regardless of whatever power they hold.
Right. So you had been the one that shot John F. Kennedy, huh? This agency that you're trying to get off the ground or have gotten off the ground.
John F. Kennedy, no, for the most part, he was an actually decent person. So that much was a setup.
Oh, you don't think he had Marilyn Monroe murdered?
I don't think so. No,
What do you think happened to her?
I think he was framed.
He was framed?
I think he was framed.
I don't think anyone ever framed him for her death.
Well, there's a public perception that is created, and then there's the actual truth. So
Right. Well, she was part of Hollywood, so if she did OD or whatever happened, it really not wouldn't been that surprising. But I wouldn't have called him a decent person, 'cause I don't care what you say. He was definitely sleeping with her, and there was something going on there. So,
hmm.
I mean, don't you? Do you think so?
Do you think he
Was
would
there
be
anything going on between Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy?
regardless?
Well, I'm just asking you. Do you think there was something going on between John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe?
I think it's a possibility, but also it's not something that would be worth killing her over. It's not the first president that cheated.
You don't. You know very much about Jackie's family.
Jackie's family?
Yeah.
Not that much, no.
Well, if you looked at John F. Kennedy's wife at the time, Jackie Kennedy, you read up about her family, and it would not have been surprising if Marilyn Monroe didn't die from overdose. But in any case, that's beside the point. Well, I guess I'll get hold of some people tomorrow and see what it'd take to set up a point of sale deal, and I'll get back with you. And if they say that it can be set up to go into any business account, do your agency have some accounts?
Right. That's already put in place.
Have some accounts
So,
already in place? Can they be
right.
used more than once?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought they might have been some kind of secret accounts that just got burned every time you put money into them.
No, they're actual business accounts.
but they're made to look like a business that's not related to your agency, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, so just keep me posted if you hear anything or if you get any info.
Hear anything about what? Epstein?
No, if you get any of the PO systems operational.
Oh, well, I'll talk to some people tomorrow and I'll find out something, and I'll give you a call tomorrow when I hear something.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, keep studying on your American economics and our government, and I think you're going to find out that saving the government about $3 trillion is not going to be is only going to be beneficial for us.
We'll see in the long run, but all right.
What do you think about that Trump? What do you think about that Trump coin? Did you like that? You know what I'm talking about, the crypto coin.
I know what they were talking about, the Trump coin, but I guess that it doesn't really. I'm not investing in Trump coins, so it doesn't really bother me much.
Mikey made millions off of it. Has he told you that story?
No, not really. No.
No, I figured he would have. He was bragging about it to me, how he was watching Trump's tweets, and the second that he saw it came out, he bought about 100,000 of it, and next thing you know, it went from $1 something up to $70, and then Mikey was part of what he said was a pump and dump.
He did say it would fight, but I didn't know that it went up.
The timing has to be, in his estimation, you had about 5 to 10 minutes to buy 100,000 coins and then sell off about 5 million worth of them. I don't even think he sold at the top, but he said, when it's worth $1 and next thing you know it's over 50, yeah, it's time to get rid of it. I don't know how he runs across this crazy digital currency shit, but he seems to have a knack of buying the right stuff.
That's what I've been saying. So I told him on several occasions. He's lucky when it comes to those things.
Yeah, well, that's all funny money, Soon as the solar flare hits the electrical system, he'll be broke like the rest of his cousins. He'll be looking for that digital money, and it'll be lost in the freaking ether somewhere.
If the economy crashes, even the dollar bill that you have, it won't be worth much. So there's also that.
Right. You remember that guy over there in Germany when during the war was walking around town with a wheelbarrow full of money, had however much money you could fit into a wheelbarrow, and he was going from store to store seeing if he could buy something, and some guy came up and asked him if they could buy his wheelbarrow from him. So yeah, at some points money's not worth nothing. That's why they call it fiat currency. You're not carrying a gold bar around. I think that's why I like the precious metals. Is if I'm going to invest in something, that's where I'm putting my money. I sold all that crypto bullshit and got in.
Well, the barter system will always be available.
The what?
The barter system will always be available.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's why you got to be a farmer, horse rancher. There's some value in stuff like that.
Right.
All right. Well, did y'all ever get the almond milk going?
No, not really.
Mm.
I had to jump out of retirement, but I think I've settled back down.
Well, I figured y'all had a thing going already. Dill said that y'all had quite a bit of money invested in it. I can't believe y'all made that crazy bastard a partner in it. What was you and Mikey thinking?
Well, Mikey thought he could be trusted for one, but I'm not sure if you heard Dill tried to scam Mikey with some giant octopus.
I think I would have heard if he bought an octopus. Dill
No, he didn't.
don't
No,
have
he
no
didn't buy it.
octopus.
He said he told Mikey that he did or had access to it, and he was telling him to keep it from Pinkster. So, yeah.
Are you just making this stuff up?
You could ask Mikey yourself.
Mikey hasn't mentioned anything about buying an octopus from Dillhole. He said he was gonna purchase something from some guy out of Oklahoma, something to do with some kind of Oklahoma lake monster or some shit.
That's the octopus, and that was through Dill.
And you're sure of that? Dill was gonna facilitate the sale of this octopus?
That's what he told me.
Who told you that?
I didn't know.
Dill told you that, or Mikey told you that?
Dill had I don't know if it was a burner phone, but he's the one who actually said something about an octopus. So I asked Mikey about it, and afterwards he said I think he made a song about saying Dill can't be trusted and blah blah blah. So
Dill called you on a burner phone?
Message me.
How do you know it was Dill?
Because he mentioned the octopus, and when I sent it to Mikey, because I wasn't sure who it was. I sent it to Mikey. I guess he put the puzzle together.
Well, I know he's an expensive son of a bitch to work with, but he has never sold me an octopus. He usually comes through on whatever he says he's gonna do. I'll ask him about the octopus because I don't know. I don't think Dill would try to rip Mikey off for some kind of river monster or whatever the hell it was.
Well, I guess you'll hear them.
Right. Well, I don't know. It just sounds like you might just. It don't sound like you care too much for Dill. To be honest, I'm wondering how much of this is just your opinion, or you just connecting the dots and throwing Dill under the bus, or what? Because I think Mikey would have said something if Dill had ripped him off for something.
I don't care much for Dill, to be honest. He's beyond me right now.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he's a good guy. He's obviously a little snake, but most lawyers are snake. But that don't make them go around selling people octopuses.
Well,
yeah, I mean, how in the hell are you gonna pull that off?
That's a question reserved for Dill himself.
Did you talk to Mikey? Is he owner of an octopus now?
No, because I don't think the octopus was even real to begin with.
Right. Well, not octopus the size of a freaking horse or whatever Mikey was telling me. I told him you need to look up how big octopuses get. I don't think they get the size of a horse. I mean, I own horses, and I've yet to see on TV or anywhere anything the size of a horse. Squid, maybe. I could see a squid getting that size, but I'm pretty sure they're saltwater. I don't think they would be living in a lake, would they?
No.
It wouldn't take a very big octopus to pull your ass into a lake and kill you, though. Maybe they just exaggerated the size of it.
Maybe they did, but who knows? It was I do recall Bill saying something about a giant octopus or giant squid, whatever it was.
I'll have to ask Dill about the giant octopus because I think Mikey would have said something if Dill was trying to sell him a giant octopus.
I think it would be best if you ask Mikey first, because Dill's gonna say whatever he needs to get himself out of whatever mess he's in.
Well, what I was getting at is Mikey hasn't said anything about Dill selling him an octopus, so maybe maybe it's just keeping it to itself, or maybe it didn't fall, maybe it fell through or something. I'm not sure, but anyhow, you don't have an octopus for sale?
No, that's why would I have an octopus for sale?
I'm just making sure it wasn't you trying to sell Mikey an octopus, 'cause you always needing money, it seems like.
I see.
You've been
I've always needed an investment, but an investment would have been a guaranteed return. So,
well, nothing's guaranteed, but especially investments. I don't know if you've seen the stock market lately or any of that, but
everything would have been locally sourced. So what's coming in or out of the country wouldn't really have an effect. I mean, exporting would be horrendous, but no, for producing something that's made locally and providing for locals, then I don't see how.
So
there's a higher success margin.
So your almond business was gonna be sourced just in the U.S.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I talking to Dill, he talked like he had found some other. He said that he'd found some other place for y'all to get some of the almonds or whatever, and that he invested a bunch of money into that.
He didn't, but okay.
Well, who did? You or Mikey?
It wasn't me, that's for sure. So,
how much money did you put into it?
I would say just for the HBP machine would have been was around $500,000.
What's that? HP.
It's used to sanitize and basically remove bacteria and germs from the product itself.
Oh, you already have that equipment bought?
Right, but it doesn't kill the nutrients with that's inside the almond milk, so that would have been the benefit.
So it doesn't pasteurize it?
Right.
Okay. Well, I didn't know you had that much money invested in it, because he mentioned it was a few $100,000 or something, and that he was the one that was kind of the brains behind the operation, which I really didn't know. Dill.
Dill?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he said most of it was his idea.
That's not true.
So Dill was just doing what? Investing in getting the licenses straightened out, or what was he doing?
Besides taking the money for himself, not much, to be honest, because nothing has made any progress since talking to him.
I'll have to call him and ask him what's going on, make sure everything's going the way he said it was, because he made it sound like y'all are getting this thing lined out and probably just a little bit more money to get everything completed.
I haven't received a single dollar in anything from Mikey, so.
Well, you wasn't supposed to go to you, was it?
The business is mine, so I presume so.
Oh, he
Dale's
told me that
responsible.
y'all were somehow paying for a building somewhere and getting all this equipment set up. He told me it wasn't supposed to be going to you.
Why would Dill be responsible for just like national distribution in anything? His job was literally just to get the paperwork and everything sorted out.
Well,
So,
that's Mikey. Mikey said Mikey put him in charge of getting everything done. Research, making sure that y'all were able to get the product, that the almonds sourced from a legitimate company that he said he found a much cheaper place than the one that you was using.
do you know that cheaper isn't necessarily a good thing?
Well, that's of course not, but he knows that too. I mean, he's got his secretary over there supposedly validating all this stuff.
Supposedly is a very good word.
Right. Well, it's I mean, you got to start somewhere. So how much have y'all got invested in the whole thing so far, you think?
Like I said, every single time Mikey gives Dill money, I see $0. I don't see anything. So,
you seen anything that's being bought or anything that's where it's going?
No. And he's gonna say that we spoke, but I'm being honest. I still haven't heard a single word from him. So.
You want me to give him a call tomorrow? Get him on the phone. We can talk to him about it. Kind of get this thing straightened out.
Like I said, you might have a better impression of Dill because you're his boss. So he's not going to tell you what he's actually up to. He's not going to tell you that the money was relocated in Australia to a casino. He's not going to say any of the things that he's actually doing. So I'd rather just not involve in anything.
That seems like some stuff we should bring up on the call and confront him about if that's the case. I don't think we just let it ride if he hasn't put this money where he said he's going to put it. I need to know that, and I probably need to have you on the phone to confront him about it, since you seem to know more facts than Mikey knows, because Mikey, at this point, I'm not sure Mikey knows a lot of anything, because Mikey's made it sound like Dill has everything under control, and that this thing is just not very far from getting off the ground, kind of like Candy's strip club over there.
Listen, Johnny, this is how honest I'm going to be with you right now. I'd rather not have Mikey sponsor anything. So if he can just cut out everything and it's completely fine, because either way it doesn't affect me, because like I said, I'm not getting anything. Dill's going to continue to be using my name and saying that I'm doing this for him and I'm doing that. None of that is true. All right, so I'd rather it just stop entirely. I have not received a single penny and I've not heard a single word from Dillhole. So just put it on record. Nothing that he says with my name mentioned is true.
Yeah, you haven't even talked to him?
No.
Oh, I thought Norval said y'all had a little get together over in Jamaica. You and him and Dillhole.
That's a fucking lie. I have no. I would even be anywhere near Norval with the rumors that's going around him. So that in itself is a lie. No.
What rumors you talking about?
The fact that he smells like a dog, are probably worse.
Well, that's not no rumor. I mean, that's a fact.
Well,
but I mean,
yeah, but I've never seen any of that. I know.
You don't have any friends that smell like dogs? Is that what you're trying to say?
Absolutely not. I don't associate myself with anyone like that. But That's not really the point of what I'm saying. I'm
Oh,
just
hell,
saying.
I got a bunch of friends that treat their dogs just like their family. You know, they'll sleep in the same bed with them, everything.
Mm,
Well, I don't know if that's the way you feel about it, but I it sounded to me like y'all got together and had a good time and worked out some of the details.
we did not.
Norval said that y'all had discussed about the McDonald's cup and the money being lost, and it was actually your guy that had stole the package.
I've never had that discussion with Norval. I'm not sure where that came from.
Well, he said
I've never
it
said.
came up on when y'all were all together and you was drinking and you tried to make a pass at him or something.
I don't drink, so no. Johnny, listen to me. I'm I'm not even joking right now. Nothing they say about meeting up actually happened. I've never seen Norval in person. I've never been anywhere around Norval in person.
So you're not gay, is that what you're saying?
What the fuck? I'm married.
He
What do
said
you mean gay?
you made a pass at him while you was drunk when they were over there.
Do you believe that? Do you actually believe that?
Well, I don't know. You kids up to some weird shit nowadays. I don't know what y'all got going on when you get drunk. I
No.
I've never got that drunk to where I tried to kiss a man, but um, I had to be awful drunk. I'll tell you that.
The last time we spoke, I told you that I have two wives. Do you think I'm here
Well,
hitting
you
on
said
guys?
you were looking for a third, didn't you? Maybe
Mm,
he's looking for a third partner or something. I don't know. I'll take your word for it that you're straight or whatever. But that's
mm.
when you got two guys telling you the same thing, because Dill said the same exact thing. I'm just assuming that they're on the same page, and that's what happened.
That did not happen. I did not see any of them. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you're not a midget. You're not a rodeo clown, so Dill probably wouldn't have had any interest in you, to be honest.
That
Mikey said that he saw Dill's phone or something, and he was into some weird shit, which, to be honest, didn't really come as a surprise.
I'm not surprised at all. Actually,
I mean, his secretary is I don't I don't know if that's a be honest, I don't know if that's a man or a woman. She's had so many surgeries, it's hard to tell, but
hmm.
she
Did you hear?
one day she calling her he telling me her name's Colleen, and the next time her name is like Craig or something. I just tried to I just let it slide because it's none of my business. I know she's got a lot of surgeries lately. Every time I
Well,
call over there, there's nobody answering the phone, and I have to call Pinkster's personal number to ever get hold of anyone.
I see. And Pinker didn't say anything about this.
Well, Pinkster said that he wasn't over there. He didn't see y'all kissing or anything. He said he didn't know nothing about it.
Can you have Pinker look into Dillhole's finances to see what exactly he's been doing? Because it definitely wasn't doing anything related to an almond company.
Well, I can ask him about it. I think last time I talked to Pinkster, he said something about Dill had a gambling problem and that he had gone to get some sort of help. But I thought the
Right.
same thing about Norvo. I thought rehab would have helped him out too, but he's higher now than he was before he went into rehab. So I don't know if it did any good or
Well,
not.
Novel didn't go to rehab. Didn't you go back and check, like I told you?
Well, they charged me for it. They said he was there long enough to run up a bill. He might have
wasn't
skipped a
there.
few steps, I think, maybe.
Well, if you call the actual place that he went, the rehab that he went, they're going to tell you that he wasn't there. So,
Well, that's the ones
you were being
that
charged for
sent.
nothing.
That's the ones that sent me the bill.
Give them a call, and they'll tell you themselves he was not present. I'm sure there's a logbook somewhere in there.
You've talked to the rehab?
Come again?
You've talked to him already?
I did.
And they said that he never showed up, or because I know he showed up, because I was there when I dropped him off.
They said there's no one in the log by the name Norval Rogers.
Well, that's weird. Well, I hadn't really confronted him about that. He's been kind of moping around a little bit ever since they got back from Jamaica. Kind of acting sad, so I'm not sure what's going on. I didn't want to make it worse. But I'll ask Pinkster about Dillhole and see if make sure that didn't gamble all the money or something. Is that kind of what you was implying?
I think it's a bit late for that. So.
Well, it's not too late to find out. Because if he did, then I'd expect him to reimburse y'all for the money that he took.
He's gonna say that he's doing it, but in reality, that's not happening because he's the same guy that said he sent it through Zelle. I did not give him a Zelle. Then he made some bullshit excuse about going around buying money packs.
No, I was talking about Pinkster. I was not Dill. If Dill's got a gambling problem, then he probably has a problem with telling the truth too. You know, sometimes those go hand in hand.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's getting late. Let me call you back tomorrow, and I'll get some more details about the piece of shit machine that you said you needed. I mean the POS.
You're the second person that actually used that term, which is weird.
What term was that? Piece of shit?
Piece of shit machine, yeah.
Oh, well, that's what we call POS around here. It's an old military term. Norval uses that term a lot. He uses that other one too. What does he call it? You ever heard of FUBAR?
No, but Johnny, I want to ask you a question. There is what you may call it. There's a steel plate on your head, right?
Well, who told you that?
I'm asking.
Yeah, it's from an injury.
You might tell me where the injury came from?
I got kicked in the face when I was younger by a mule.
Okay.
It didn't hurt me that much. It just cracked my skull a little bit.
Well, I was just making sure that I'm talking to the real Johnny because, I rather to stay safe than sorry.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I mean, we both had our phones hacked several times, but I'm pretty sure I would recognize your voice if it was somebody else.
Well,
AI hasn't gotten that good yet, has it? Where they can make someone sound like someone else?
It has, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I usually can recognize AI in the first few seconds of hearing it when they call me from the Medicare, fake Medicare people.
Hmm.
You ever get those calls where the robot talks to you and then they try to pass you over to a real person?
I don't believe so. No.
Oh, well, you're not old enough. That's why. I get about 20 of those calls a day.
Hmm. You pick them up because I feel like you're rather very hard to get to.
Oh, I haven't been using this line for business.
Hmm.
Well, you haven't been calling, have you?
I have.
Well, I've got about 300 missed calls, so I don't usually go through them. I just ignore them, to be honest. 99 out of 100 of them are Medicare or final expenses. I've already got my final expenses taken care of and prepaid, so you know, I don't need to get cremation insurance.
Alright. But
I'll
let me
call.
finish up
I'll
on this
call.
point.
I'll call you tomorrow. Don't worry about calling me. I know better when I'm around here than you would.
All right, no problem.
All right. Well, I'll look into the point of sale machine and see what I can find out.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, later, buddy. Then just keep your boots clean.
I will.
All right.
Speak soon.
Hello.
Howdy, Mikey.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm doing fine, I guess.
What's the matter?
Having a sandwich right now.
You're what?
Just here having a sandwich.
Oh, having a
First meal all
sandwich.
day. I've been stressed.
Oh, you sounded like you was about to cry or something. I didn't know if you was something was wrong. You depressed?
No, just a bit stressed.
Oh, you're just stressed out.
Mm.
Well, I guess so. If you got so much going on that your wife's in jail or whatever.
No, not jail. I mean, if she pleads guilty, the most that's gonna happen is about some community service.
In Europe?
But she's gonna, right. So she's gonna have to at least pay back to that old lady.
What is she doing pawning an old lady's jewelry for?
Well, the lady said she wanted some extra cash for, I think it was a mortgage. But she said she was afraid of getting scammed by the pawn shop, so she wanted, my wife to help her out. Invited her over, saw the gold, brought it to the pawn shop, but she didn't want to go inside. She went to the market instead to, I don't know, buy food or something. But so my wife went in the pawn shop by herself, got the money, gave it to this lady, and I guess she said thanks and went their separate ways. But I think it was like a week after the police called my wife saying that she is responsible for stealing gold or something of that sort. So the lady ended up.
She pled guilty to that?
Come again?
She pled guilty to that?
I mean, the pawn shop cameras saw her going into the store by herself. So, and the lady deleted all the messages and the texts and the calls she made to my wife. So, it's not.
Oh, you can't delete that stuff permanently. They can access it.
Well, I guess they're leaning more on the old lady's side. So I guess it's
Oh, well, that's a shame. Well, Sounds like you got a lot going on. What's this, do you need me to get Dill to help represent her in court or something? He specializes in that kind of stuff. He's always representing somebody who stole something.
I think you know by now that me and Dill aren't the aren't the best of friends.
Oh, well, I could keep it between me and you. I wouldn't tell him it was your wife. I could just send him some money, and it's a lot easier to pay him than to pay you. I'm having a hard time getting this account you sent over, this BTC account. I tried to have it verified and looked at, and they said that it was very recently created. It has never even made a transaction on it. Is this yours or your wife's account?
It's my wife's account, but it's not. I don't think it's.
Jesus, don't you ever send her any money?
Come again?
Don't you ever give her any money, or why does she even have a crypto account if she don't even bother using it?
Yeah, she does a bit of forex, but she's no pro.
Supposed to be for investments. She's what? She's no pro?
She does a bit of forex, but she's no pure pro. I mean, she loses.
Well, you don't have to be a pro to make investments in the crypto. All you gotta do is put a little bit of your extra money in it from your savings, or she works, right?
Yeah, she's still working.
How did she fly to England if she's got a job?
You keep on forgetting I have 2 wives.
Well, I'm talking about the crypto wife. That's the one in Jamaica? Or the one in California?
Right. No, the one in California is the one that went to Europe.
Oh, the one in California went to Europe, and she's out of jail, though?
No, she's not in jail, not yet. He has to do the community service.
She pled, so she's got to clean the streets?
And I guess that's what they're planning on saying.
Well, she's your wife. What's she telling you?
Yeah. She said the streets are pretty clean in itself, so she's gonna have to go out of town to do extra work or something along that line.
Well, where's she staying at?
She's staying with her aunt right now.
Are you eating a sandwich right now? Is that why I can barely hear you?
No, I was saying she's with her aunt right now. I'm just going through a lot, Mikey.
Oh, she's at her aunt. Her aunt's from Europe?
Right.
Oh, I thought she was from Jamaica. Okay. So the second wife is not a Jamaican, it's only the one that's living in Jamaica? What is this lady? Was she a Romanian or something?
No, she was born in California, but she has family in Europe.
She has family in UK?
Or Latvia.
Oh, she's not royalty, is she?
Oh God, no.
No? Well, I didn't know. You seem to be connected to a lot of people. I was thinking you probably, married high up on the chain. Alright. That picture you sent of... who was that picture you sent of me? That old dude with the gun?
An old dude with a gun? That's... Mikey, that's me, buddy.
Oh, that's not you. You're not that old. Holy shit. There's no way you could even get one wife, much less 3 wives. You look that damn old.
I aged in a matter of 2 years. Trust me, I didn't look like that 2 years ago.
God almighty. What are you, alcoholic? You must drink more than Dill does if you age that much in 2 years.
Well, when you're not active anymore, I guess the age kind of gets up and
I thought you were active.
Not in the way I used to be.
Well, you sound kind of depressed. I don't know. I haven't heard you talking this way before. You sure this is Anthony?
Barry Shea.
Well, you sound like you're high as balls or something right now.
Hi, Mikey. I have been just going through way too much. Like I said, just way too much. Have you not been
I
paying
thought you
attention to all the
retired.
things? Well, that came for. There's a lot of penalty for the way I've been living.
Oh, you're paying for all your evil ways?
Evil.
Well, you killed a bunch of people, didn't you?
No, they were criminals, Mikey. We know this.
Well, I don't think it's good to kill people.
There's a few cops who would disagree.
Are you one of them?
I think.
Are you more like a vigilante?
So you do remember.
What?
So you do remember.
Yeah, I remember what you said you did for a living, but I don't know why that would. I thought you'd come to terms with all that. You sound right now like you're in deep depression or something. Where are you at the moment?
I'm in North Carolina right now.
Oh, North Carolina. What are you doing down there?
Well, I thought it'd be easier to get a flight from here than it would be to all the way in Texas.
Oh, what? I wouldn't think it'd make any difference where you were when you buy a ticket. Are you trying to get a ticket to the UK?
That I am.
Well, what town are you closest to that has a major airport?
Come again.
Charlotte?
Come again.
Are you close to Charlotte?
Close enough.
Close enough? Is that where you plan on flying from?
I haven't decided that, to be honest. I've just been winging it for the past couple of weeks.
Man, you need to get your shit together, bro.
I wish it was that easy, Mikey.
It is that easy.
I will.
You got skills. Why are you not working right now?
I think it has something to do with your dad telling me to change my ways, and perhaps I think someone else. I'm not sure. I want to do more than what I'm used to doing.
What dad tell you to start a work for him, or did he tell you to start a new job, or what?
Something along that line.
And you're thinking about that?
Well, it wasn't my intention to retire, so I guess.
Well, you said you were gonna do the almond business, but then I feel like Dill kind of fucked us over on that whole thing.
He did fuck. He royally fucked us over. I'm not even sure how he's not locked up right now, but I stopped really.
Well, I never pressed charges against him.
You didn't?
No, Pinkster told me that he would make it right, and he did. I guess they've been in business so long, they're kind of got each other's back when it comes to, you know how lawyers are. They're all are connected to this judge or that judge. Even if I'd pressed charges, they would have just let them loose. So I thought trying to get the money back was probably the best I could probably hope for, because, you know what I'm saying?
Has he actually started paying you back?
Yeah, he did. Pinkster did. Dill's been he's been in a bad spot for a while now. He kind of, last I heard, he was trying to get his life straightened out, and he got a gambling problem, he had a drinking problem, he had
And a
porn
addiction.
problem,
Midget clown porn, right?
right, yeah, midget clown. That's from everyone I've talked to, that's pretty rare. Not that big a market for that type of porn, but I guess if you just get a few people hooked, like they say. If one bar can get one drunk to go there every night, they can almost make a living off that one person.
Exactly.
So I guess Dill was probably keeping some internet website in business for a little while. I don't know. I have never subscribed to those type of channels, but I wouldn't think it would be that expensive unless he was actually hooking up with some of these midgets in real life, you know.
Isn't he married?
Well, I don't know. He was sleeping with his secretary, and she sued him and she got more money out of him than he owed me, so that's why Pinkster he had to try to basically get both of us off of his back. I don't know if he's married or not. I thought he was married. But I don't know how would he keep a wife if he was doing all this stuff.
Maybe he's living a double life. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's possible. She probably was just glad to have him out of the house, you know. That's what Candy tells me sometimes. She goes, just go. I don't care where you go, just go away. So, when she says that, I know that means she wants me to get out of her hair, you know.
Are you guys still very much in love, or has that faded?
No, yeah, it's a burning love. It sometimes it burns so much I want to go see a doctor about it.
I miss that type of love.
No, we're not. It's a weird relationship.
I bet. Any plans for any kids soon?
She kind of does her own thing. What?
You have any plans for any kids soon?
No, not really. I don't think she wants kids.
And what about you?
Well, I'm married to her. It don't really matter what I want.
I think it matters that you leave a legacy behind for little Mikey.
I don't know about
Before
that.
your daddy is done. Plus, you're yet to make me.
I don't know if it'd be a good idea to leave a couple of little Mikeys into this world. This world's a tough place.
Oh my God. Don't tell me you're one of them.
One of what?
Giving up on the world because it's a tough place.
No, I'm just saying that it would, if you don't have the right family environment, I don't know if it's, I think you could raise your kids a lot better if you got a strong relationship with your wife and Me and Candy are, I don't know if we're like, you would call our relationship something where you'd want to bring kids into the picture. I mean, she's running a strip club out of a building back behind my house. I mean, what's the kids gonna think about that?
You got a point there.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking. I just,
I thought you would have made me a godfather by now. Would be fitting.
How many kids did you have now? You got, what, 10? Was I close?
9 kids.
9? Why, damn. Well, see, there you go. You've made enough babies to make up for the ones I haven't made. Let's just say that you have 5 and I have 4, and then that's still a bunch of kids.
I do want you to have kids, Mikey. Trust me. It's a good blessing.
Who's watching the kids while she's in Europe?
They're grown adults.
Oh, your kids are grown up?
Yeah, they're all adults.
Oh, I guess I was talking to the one in Jamaica. She said she had a bunch of young kids, not grown adults.
They're all in their teens.
I could hear them in the background. It sounded like they were 5 years old or something.
5.
5?
They're all teens.
How old's the oldest one?
The oldest one is about, 14, 15.
14, 15. That's Tia?
Right.
Tia's kids?
Right.
And you said she's got 5?
She's got 3 kids.
3? Holy Lord. Your other wife's got 6?
You got it, bud.
Or do you have more than 2 baby mamas?
Rain was my first wife.
And you gave her 6 kids, and then you got 3 with the one in Jamaica. Holy Lord, no wonder you look like you're 80 years old. What are you, really, 50-something? Oh, the allergies. Sorry, the allergies around here killing me.
What's this project that you've been working on?
Speak up,
If you don't mind me asking. I was saying, what's this project you've been working on, if you don't mind me asking?
I was trying to get an area prepared to try to buy some wolves. Wolves aren't really, they're not really happy if they're contained into a little small area. They won't, you can't get them to breed. They won't flourish. Anyways, you remember the lady that, well, actually, I thought it was a lady, but that doctor that called me that, wanted to help me. I wanted me to help them out to kind of take over this project that they've been working on because the government was, I guess, Doge or whatever, cut their funding, and they was afraid that they're going to lose all the money for these wolves. And I told her I would try to help out, but I just wasn't really ready, Most of my work I did on my zoo was when I was in Colorado, so I don't have everything here kind of ready for that. So that's what I've been working on the last several months.
Seems to have your hands tied.
Yeah.
Do you have someone helping you there, or you doing all the heavy lifting by yourself?
Oh no, I've got I had a bunch of Hispanic guys helping me out. They were doing most of the work, but then ICE came in here and raided us a while back and arrested probably 90% of the guys I had working for me.
Damn.
Anyways, food around here, we don't have good tacos like we were having. They were bringing food when they'd come to work. You know how I like tacos and Mexican food. And now we're down to just, a couple rednecks that, one of them knows how to drive a tractor. The other one knows how to just do grunt work. So it kind of slowed things down big time.
I got you.
Got Alberto, which he is I can't remember. He's not Mexican. He's what's that other country in South America? El Salvador or something. He's been here his whole life, so he's a citizen. So they didn't arrest him.
And you still got the point. Oh, okay.
And the other guy's the guy that used to work for Dad, and he moved to Arkansas, but he came back down here to help me out whenever I told him that I couldn't find anybody local that was willing to do a bunch of this construction work.
And it's a big place. It's like
Well, we moved into Grandpa's old farm, which is 200 and something acres, so land ain't the problem. It's just none of it was fenced in, and none of it was where you can let a wolf run around on it. I'm not going to make the whole thing where wolves are on it, because I got the rest of the stuff. I'm just trying to maybe give them 4 or 5 acres, but I want them to have a building they can go into that's air conditioned, because apparently these wolves, although they call them dire wolves, they're actually just some sort of hybrid from a Arctic wolf with a little bit of gene splicing and shit, you know?
Didn't they kill those wolves?
But they like to have a cold environment, so I can't have them out here in 110 degrees, or they'll just probably die on me.
Didn't I hear that they tried to kill those wolves, or they died, or?
They tried to kill what?
I feel like you told me they were trying to kill those wolves. I'm not sure if you remember.
Oh well, that's what the guy told me, that their plans were to just kill them, but I guess he found a place to put them until I can get the facility ready. I haven't really been even talking to the guy more. Every time I try to talk to him, he got a burner phone or something, and he keeps saying that he's got to change his number and shit. So I'm mostly just through emails I've been talking to this guy.
You sure he's still alive?
Let me look real quick. I'm trying to remember what his name was. You probably... I don't think you would have had anything to do with this organization, would you?
I'm not even sure what organization you're referring to.
Oh, well, let me see. I don't remember. He sent me an email a while back. I actually haven't even opened my emails in a while. Oh well, this is back in July. What is it now? What? 22nd? Holy shit, it's been like 3 weeks since I talked to him. He says there's been some health concerns with the pups. They're not being able to stretch their legs as much as they should. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't like being confined to small places. So, anyways, I'm getting close to having the facility ready where they can run around and they can come in. We got a little spot there that looks like it's kind of like a simulated cave, where it looks like it's a cave, but all it does is take them into a little area where they can rest, and we can clean up the whatever needs to be done. But anyhow, so your wife's in the UK doing community service for stealing an old lady's gold, allegedly, and you're trying to get some tickets to get to UK to see her? Or, I mean, what would be the point of you flying to UK if she's already pled guilty and serving community service? Hello?
Yeah, I was answering, but I'm not sure if you were hearing.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. I thought your phone dropped off or something. I was trying to find out what your plans were, or why you was gonna bother flying to the UK if your wife's already pled guilty and serving her community service.
She starts next week, and she's gonna be. I think she's limited to like 40 hours a week, so she's gonna be there for at least.
And y'all are out of money, or?
Well, that too.
Well, then you don't want to spend money flying over there if you're hurting for money right now. Shouldn't you just wait and have her fly back when she's done?
She's gonna be there for over a month, Mikey. I need to be there to support her.
She could probably just fly back and forget about that community service shit. If she's leaving the country, they're not gonna come chasing after her over a community service.
You think?
No, I don't think they would go to the trouble. Are they gonna extradite somebody from United States over a community service? I mean, you're the expert.
I feel like it's a chance I'd rather not take.
Okay, well, sounds like she better take care of that then before she comes back. How old is she? Is she 80 years old too?
All my wives are younger than me. Really?
Oh, you got a younger wife. Well, you little devil, you.
Come again?
I said, you little devil, you. You've been robbing the cradle, huh?
Aren't you all devils?
What?
Aren't we all devils? Aren't we all devils?
Oh, I don't know. What do you guess? It depends on what you mean by a devil. Well, so what's the plan? What you got planned? You want to talk about it, or you feel like keeping it to yourself?
The line was breaking up. You still hear me?
I said, what's your plan? You want to talk about it, or is it personal?
I do need the help to get over there. I might need to punch, that old lady's son in the face.
You gonna punch an old lady in the face?
No, it's her son.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm not gonna help you out if you're gonna punch an old lady in the face.
The old lady doesn't know much about, technology or using her phone, and I'm pretty sure she wasn't the one who deleted the message.
Oh, her son was involved?
Right.
What's his name?
I didn't get a name.
Oh, you don't even know these people's names?
Make sure to ask. I'm gonna make sure to get the ones I hear from my wife. I think she's sleeping right now.
Sounds like your wife might have been more careful who she does favors for.
Well, she's a kind-hearted person, so I guess people always try to take advantage of kind people.
Right, yeah, there's people always trying to take advantage of people who are willing to help other people. I had a guy call me the other day, wanted me to send him some money to Jamaica, and I said, if you can't be honest with me, how do you expect me to send you money? Because he told me a bunch of lies, and I just kind of called him out on it, and he's like, no, Mikey, I'm really with the Publishers Clearinghouse. You remember those guys, right?
Who, the Publishers Clearinghouse from Jamaica?
Yeah, remember those guys that were calling Dad and me and Jack and his friends? I guess.
Talking about Jack?
Yeah, well, no, this wasn't Jack. This was probably someone he gave my number to or something, but he was pretending like he was, the whole story. I won a prize and all this, and I looked at his phone number, and it was a Jamaican number, and I said, buddy, you're not from New York. I said, you got a Jamaican number. He goes, no, my number's one of those Roman numbers that got a satellite phone. I'm like, nobody around here uses a damn satellite phone. Are you crazy? he finally said, "Alright, Mikey, I'll tell you." He goes, "My kids are, I'm just trying to feed my kids, and I could really use a gift card because I want to start a farm." I said, "How is a $500 gift card gonna help you start a damn farm? I mean, you go $500 worth of seeds." Anyways, I told him I'd help him out, and then he got mad because I got busy on this project. I didn't have time to send him nothing, so he got a little pissed off and is not talking to me now.
Do you have anyone that you're normally able to send out to get these things for you?
Well, no, that was the problem with him. I didn't have time to go mess around and do all this stuff because he was wanting me to do it like right in the middle of when I'm trying to work and all this other stuff.
No, not you. The guy that's from El Salvador.
Oh shit, I don't think I would give him any of my bank account information.
No.
He's a little
God.
kind of shady fella.
No, I mean, you probably be able to send them to the store or something.
Yeah, I mean, I could try. Yeah, he might be worse than that guy from Jamaica, though.
Phil?
But he works for me, so he'd probably do what I asked him to do, but, I don't think he's smart enough to buy tickets to the UK.
No, not the tickets. I would have wanted to get one of those cards you have locked away in the safe.
Oh, those are in Colorado.
You can test. You can.
I haven't bought any of those in a long time. You talking about the money pack ones?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Does this Phil guy know what those are?
Oh, he probably does know what they are. I think when they send money back home to wherever he's from, he usually sends it that way because he said that they put some kind of tax on sending money back to your home country nowadays. Did you hear about that?
Oh, okay. You said he's from El Salvador.
I think in El Salvador. He could have been. He told me, but I just can't remember. It wasn't Mexico. It was another town, another country, further south.
You ought to be vetting your workers a bit more. Last time you had some workers you weren't.
Vetting them? Well, I vetted them whenever they showed up. Because they didn't let anyone else go. So I think he's bona fide American. He's just he came here legally. He did whatever the legal process is. Anyways.
Probably got nationalized.
Yeah, he's all Texan now. He got the accent. I think he's raised here his whole life. But yeah, he's a pretty good old boy. He does. And the tacos aren't as good, tasty as the other guys were, because he has a little different recipe, but they're pretty good.
So you'll make a fine candidate. Would he be able to go out when you're working to get one of those cards?
I'm trying to think what would be better, to get him to do it or get my cousin to do it.
You have a cousin there?
Yeah, the guy from Arkansas is related to me.
Oh, okay.
He's my uncle's son, Theodore.
Theodore. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Well, he got the same name as, or same first name as Pinkster.
Fucking Pinkster.
We don't call Pinkster Theodore though, because I don't think he likes his first name. we just call him. He always tells us just to call him Theo.
Yeah.
But I just call him Pinkster or Mr. Pinkster because I feel like it's it's more business when you use a person's last name.
It's more professional, I guess.
Right, Mr. Matthews?
Serpent. Brother Serpent.
Or would you rather me call you Unc?
Whichever is fine.
Alright, well, Dad calls you, I think he calls you Anthony most of the time.
Well, he's an old man too, so.
Yeah, he doesn't really call people too much Mr. This or Mr. That. Most of his friends are close enough friends that they're on the first name basis. Like Captain Kickass, he doesn't like calling Norval Captain Kickass because he thinks that name is silly.
Named after
But he calls him Norval.
He's named after Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Oh, Shaggy. Yeah, yeah. What a crazy. Can you imagine being named after a cartoon character? I talked to a guy, it's been a little while back, but one of the guys that was calling us trying to scam us at one time, his name was Killer Bean. Have you ever heard of Killer Bean?
No, but that's fucking ridiculous. What it is.
That's what he told me. He was like, he was a little bit mentally handicapped, and I said, what did you say your name was? He goes, he was calling himself Miss Michael Anderson or something like that. He goes, but all my friends call me Bean. I said, they call you Bean? He goes, yeah, Killer Bean from the cartoon. And I looked it up online. I never heard of Killer Bean, and that I thought he was talking about this show called Mr. Bean. It was like this British guy that was like a comedian. And I looked it up, and it was this cartoon about this guy. He's shaped like a bean, and he's got a couple of golden pistols on his hand, like he's 007 or something. And it's a Jamaica-only cartoon, from the best I could tell, because I'd never seen a cartoon in here in Texas where guys got pistols and shooting everything, because you know how the TV is here in America. They don't really, cartoons don't carry guns around and shoot at people over. But I guess over there in Jamaica, it's no big deal. Even the cartoon people are shooting each other. Anyways, Killer Bean, I said, the funny thing was that he had a real bad stutter, and it was kind of mean, but he said, he goes, Mikey, we need to come up with a secret code. And I said, you know what would be a good secret code? I said, Sally sells seashells over by the seashore. And he goes, Sally sells. Oh my God, he couldn't get it out. It just took him like 10 minutes to try to say it. He finally had to write it down. And after he got it down, I changed the code to the skunk sat on a stump, and the stump thunk that the skunk stunk, but the skunk thunk that the stump stunk. And I'm like, he could not say that one to save his life. After he tried for about 5 minutes, he goes, let's just do Sally just to sell the seashells. I said, okay, Killer Bean. Of course, at that point, I was just messing with him because, Dad had already told me that this guy was calling, pretending to be I mean, Publisher Clearinghouse ain't gonna have no guy named Killer Bean calling people and telling them they won money. You believe that?
Yeah, some bullshit.
Yeah, that's something like Jack would have pulled. Jack told me some crazy stuff too. He said he was friends with Elon Musk.
I remember
I mean, I guess he
something
could have been
about Donald
friends with
Trump too.
Elon Musk, but I don't think so. I don't think Elon hangs around with Publishers Clearinghouse. He's got enough going on.
It's very unlikely.
Yeah, did you hear about them going bankrupt?
Come again?
The Publishers Clearinghouse went bankrupt a couple months ago.
No, I didn't hear about that part.
Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy because of the, well, I think just because the business got so bad. Remember how they used to, I think Publishers Clearinghouse used to do, they would mail out these things to everybody. And you had to subscribe to magazines, or at least that's that was the whole premise behind sending you out these sweepstakes. Anyways, I saw in the news where they filed bankruptcy, and now all they do is, now they're just an online only company, so I don't know. They may go out completely out of business eventually.
It's kind of weird that they would give out more money than they're making.
Well, they were making a lot of money, they said. They had 11,000 people working for them at one time. Now they're down to about 100 and something.
ICE probably got them.
And the 100 that are there are all just a bunch of computer nerds. You know, they're just doing the website and whatever.
You think ICE got them?
You got them?
No, I'm asking, do you think ICE got them?
Say that again?
Do you think ICE got them?
Publisher Clearinghouse?
No, the employees.
No, I don't think so. Them people worked there for 20 years or so. That company's been around for 40 or 50 years. No, they got my guys, but I don't think they got Publisher Clearinghouse. I think the economy got them. You know,
I see.
well, they changed a bunch of laws, making it where, at least according to the article I saw, have you ever heard of Mike Rowe?
Sounds familiar.
He's got this show called, he used to have this show called Dirty Jobs, where he went out and he would just do really terrible jobs like garbage guy, just jobs that people don't know that much about that are pretty terrible. Well, anyways, Mike Rowe was interviewing one of the guys from Publishers Clearinghouse and asking him, you know, about, well, this guy he was interviewing had been there since, since the creation of that team of people they send out to people's houses, Prize Patrol, I think it called.
Right.
Well, this guy was one that came up with the idea for the Prize Patrol, and he said that it got to where some of these states were making it illegal for them to give out their flyers because they consider it gambling, and some people are just they can't help themselves when it comes to gambling. They're addicted like Dillhole was. So once they made it illegal, they started getting sued by different states, and I think that's what led to the bankruptcy, because they said that all of a sudden they're having to spend all this money on legal battles just to be able to run business the way they have been running it all these years. And they thought, well, let's just get down to about 100 people and just do online only. So if you can still go on their website and you can fill out a thing to try to win a prize, but you won't ever get anything in the mail again.
I'm wondering if a major company like that went bankrupt, then I guess everybody else is pretty much doomed at this point.
Yeah, well, there's some companies that are still doing okay. I think everything's gonna kind of come back once everything gets kind of settled in, you know, the stock market gets back in good shape. I saw today where my crypto like exploded today because of the Federal Reserve, the guy that runs the Federal Reserve, he came out and said that he was going to cut interest rates, and that always affects the crypto and the stock market when they do that. I'm up like, Jesus, I don't know, 7.6% or something just in 24 hours.
That's good.
What was BTC what you was wanting? Is that what your wife was wanting to try to get deposited into that wallet?
Right.
You know it's you can't do that over in the UK, or is this in America?
No, see, I can do it. I can get the cash to America.
Well, why don't you just do USD instead of Bitcoin?
That's what you had available. I could probably ask. Would it be any different?
Well, I could swap it into any currency.
Is the USD easier?
USD.
US is a USDC.
I mean, you have your account tied to. Is it to her bank account or is it to yours?
Well, my bank account is joined, so.
Your what? Your bank account is gone?
It's joined.
Oh, joined. Y'all have a joint account?
Mm.
And it's attached to the wallet?
But it is.
So if I put money into that wallet address, she can send it into y'all's bank account?
Right.
Alright, well, I'll look further into trying to send it over, because, like I said, the verification process that they use over here came back as like a high risk for that address you gave me, so I'll run it through again.
Would you be able to create like a fresh wallet to put it in and then send it from there? Because it seems like the issue would be coming from your main account.
Just make a wallet and then just give you the phrase for it.
I guess that could also work.
I'd probably have to do that.
I was saying if you make
You have an address in the U.S., the California one.
I was saying if you could make a new wallet like a Kraken wallet, then you could put it in that account and then transfer it, because it looks like the main issue is transferring from.
Does Kraken use the KYC?
I think it does. But if you're transferring up to a certain amount, it's going to require the KYC.
What's the amount? Do you know?
It's below 10,000.
Below 10,000.
Mm.
All right. Well, let me look it up tonight before I go to bed and see if that's something I could possibly do, and I want to look through and see what try to get an idea of what I'd have to do to sign it over to you or to your wife. Make sure it's not something that's if it's not possible, I don't want to put money into it, but I can study up on it a little bit tonight and be sure. Maybe I'll just call you tomorrow. I mean, your wife's gonna be over there sweeping streets for a while, so you got a little bit of time to get your shit together. Is that what you're gonna do? Is you're gonna go over there?
I'm gonna go over there and punch that dude in his face and hopefully keep my wife some company.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea, or you'll be arrested.
I wouldn't count on it. I think it would be a good chance to make some connections in the EU.
Oh, you think you maybe find some hit jobs while you're over there or something?
Well, I'll see how it goes. I won't say too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk about that too much. All right, well, I'll call you tomorrow evening when I get back, and I'll see what I can find out. Okay?
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
Hey, can you take down his name and maybe run it through your channels and see if this Dr. Elijah Jones is, check out that name for me?
Elijah Jones.
Yeah, I can text you over the spelling of it if you want me to.
Right. I'm gonna need the right spelling there.
He says just to make sure he supposedly works for the company that has the dire wolves. So if you could run a little background check on him, it would help me out just to make sure he's legit before, I spend a lot of money on this facility. I can just get some different wolves if he's bullshitting me,
Oh, okay. Or just send over his right name and I'll see what I can do.
I'm gonna try to text. Oh, I don't have his driver's license. Oh, damn it. Give me a second. Let me get your spelling. It's kind of a weird. Elijah. If he's a doctor, then I don't know what kind of doctor he would be. Or do you think some kind of a genetics or something?
Well, if he's meddling with gene editing, then more than likely.
I mean, if he's splicing DNA genes and stuff, he'd be into some kind of genetics, right?
Right. It sounds about right.
Well, I got a guy here locally. He's a veterinarian, and he's also helped me out with a bunch of my animals that are a little more exotic than just cats and dogs. I want to have him kind of review some whatever I can find out about these animals. Tell me if you get this text.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, well, see what you can find out about Mr. Jones or Dr. Jones, and I'll call you tomorrow, and I'll look into the Kraken wallet and see if there's a way I can just create a wallet and just hand it over. I did that to a friend of mine's kid a while back. I bought her $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and I put it in a wallet, and I told her, she's only 2 years old. I said, don't let her open that until she graduates, which would be 16 years. So, in 16 years, whatever the price Bitcoin is, and that's what it'll be, like a graduation present to her.
That's nice of you.
I think Bitcoin will be over $1 million in 16 years, to be honest. It just keeps going up and up and up, so we'll see. Alright, well, you have a good one, and I'd say tell your wife to have a good one, but it sounds like she's not having a good time right now, so we'll just talk to her. I'll talk to her maybe when she gets back or something.
Alright, buddy.
Alright, well, don't be depressed. Just hang in there. Things are always, the sun always comes up.
No promises.
Alright, you have a good one. Alright, good night.
Alright, buddy, same to you.
Dilla.
Yeah, Mikey.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, not much. Just came in to get a bite to eat.
So, Dill told you that he's the one who made my wife go on. Let me go back on his messages 1 second, because I'm still amazed that you believe any of this.
Well, I mentioned that I told him what had happened, and he said that he already knew all about it. And I said, well,
how would he have known?
She got community service, and he goes, well, that's because I pulled some strings over there with some of my legal buddies.
No, Mikey, how would he even known about my wife?
I guess y'all been talking, I don't know.
Mikey, you know I don't talk to that asshole.
Well, I figured you just don't tell me everything. You kind of secretive about stuff. I understand that.
No, Mikey, why would I not?
So, if you and him got this thing going on the side...
No, Mikey, listen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that you're thinking straight right now. Why would the guy that I want to punch in the face, why would I call him? and tell him about my wife. That is my personal life. You, I understand, because I'm closer to you.
Well, I think he says you're just putting on an act, that you and him are actually very good friends whenever I'm not on the phone with him.
And you believe that?
With you, and I was like, well, I mean, if you gotta be undercover, I figure you've got your undercover personality you use when you're talking to me, and maybe you're like good buddies with him and everyone else. I mean, am I wrong, or don't you have more than one identity?
More than one identity, not more than one personality. He's telling you bullshit. I don't listen. Ask him. My phone is about to die. Ask Bill what's the name of my wife that he pulled some strings for. That should tell you enough. He doesn't know anything about me.
Well, I've told him some things, so he probably does know her name. I mean, we had a pretty long discussion about her. I mean, he told me that part of the why he's broke right now is because he helped ask for some favors over there, and it cost him some money just to get her off of the charges that was brought against her.
Did he tell you how much the charges were? Because I told you how much it was.
You told me how much her fines were?
I did. And how much did he tell you?
Oh, I don't remember how much she had to pay. I thought you said community service was what she got.
Exactly.
He said the only reason she got that was because he had to pay a bunch of the lawyers over there to get the judge to drop the charges.
Does he even know why my wife would be doing community service?
Oh yeah, that's what the whole conversation was about when I was talking to him.
No, you told him that. Mikey,
Right.
You told him that. He didn't know anything.
And he said he already knew all about it.
I take it you're not very good at poker, are you?
About what? Using a fork?
You're not very good at poker, are you?
Poker? Oh, no, I'm terrible at poker.
You should.
Sometimes I just tell them what it's in my hand and they don't believe me, and then whenever I win the hand, they're like, oh shit, you was telling the truth. It works out sometimes.
Mikey, you should know when he's bluffing. And you can't just accept everything that he says without questioning what he's saying. Because, again, he's lied to you multiple times. Why would you now believe what he's saying?
Well, he's been going to church there lately, and he's trying to get his life changed around.
He told you that he went to church.
What?
He told you that he went to church. He wasn't going to church.
You say he hasn't been? Have you been keeping eyes on him?
If I knew where he was, he would be dead.
I thought you were in hiding. I didn't know you were around here spying on my lawyers.
If I knew where Bill was, he would have already been dead. I guarantee you that much.
Oh my lord!
I don't know his number. I don't know.
Why would you murder him over? I mean, if you helped your wife out, that'd be kind of a terrible thing to do.
As a matter of.
To kill him over that.
As a matter of, okay, do this favor for me, all right? Are you hear me?
Do a favor for you? I'm not gonna kill Mr. Dillhole.
Right. Ask Bill, when was this charged? When did she get charged for this?
I'll have to ask him tomorrow, because it's after hours now. He's already gone to Bible study.
He's not at Bible study. Just call me and ask him.
Well, I can try.
If he can even tell you what week it is.
I'll just call him on the other phone and see if he'll answer. If I can put him on speakerphone or not. He won't be able to hear you if I put him on speakerphone. But I can at least talk to him, and you can hear him, and you'll understand what he's saying is the truth.
So you believe what's his name, Dillhole, over my own personal life, that I'm saying something different to that dipshit than what I'm saying to you?
Well, I don't know if I can trust you sometimes because you're an undercover agent and you're always trying to cover your tracks. Why would you be any different with me? Why would you tell me the truth?
Because what would be there to lie about? I don't like, this isn't a secret. I don't like Bill. Why would I lie about that?
Well, the picture you sent me
Come again?
is not you. It's not the same picture you sent me before. Why would you change your picture? Why would you show me a different picture and then all of a sudden now you're some old man that looks like he's about to have a heart attack and die? I mean, you're supposed to be a secret agent and you're some dilapidated old man that looks like he can't even crawl out of bed. Something's up.
I promised that I could win you in a fist fight when I get back in shape. So let's test it out.
When you get back in shape, if that was you in that picture, you're not getting back in shape. You look like you're about ready to someone to nail the lid on your coffin. That can't possibly be you, and you be able to have 2 wives and looking for a third and doing all this shit. I mean, no wonder you got shot. If that's you, hell, you probably can't even hide your tits behind a damn wall, much less take on a bunch of people. I mean, am I right?
Watch when I get back in shape.
But what happened to the other guy? What happened to the guy in the picture before that was healthy? I don't understand why you went from being a fairly young-looking man to all of a sudden you... Jesus Christ, man. What happened to you? That can't possibly be you unless you got into some radiation or something. Are you serious? Huh?
Up like a sexy hunk, keeping secrets his best skill, and going for the easy kill. Cryptic tales about magic rings, battling an evil gang. Password we change every day. There's a Dillhole in his way. Dillhole always in the way. Calling destroys receipts all day. Captain Kickass, the suitcase lying in the grass. Anthony, seems you're out of luck, in search of that McDonald's cup. Yeah, that elusive McDonald's cup. Mikey how to run his life. Loves to be jerked round and round until his world comes crashing down. Almond Farm or McDonald's cup. Anthony has run out of luck. Guns and knives and camo clothes. Secret missions out on the road. Dillhole always in the way. Carlin destroys receipts all day. Captain Kickass, the suitcase lying in the grass. Anthony, seems you're out of luck, in Living is just a game, adding cash to Dillhole's name. McDonald's cup underneath the tree keeps them searching the park for days. The lawyers and the back alley chat waste the time of this filthy rat. Road trips to keep them on their toes, drive across states to find the dough. Phantom slides through darkest night, searching for bear to end this fight. Locations change with each new dawn, an enemy that always seems to respond. Dillhole always in the way, call and destroys receipts all day. Pinkster and Captain Kickass, the suitcase lying in the grass. Anthony, seems you're out of luck in search of that McDonald's cup. Yeah, that